Back. It's a fantastic Friday on Liquid Lunch. Even better when our friends from Williamsburg Pizza and the pizzacrew.com bring us down a whole load. Now, there's a pizza here that I've never seen before. This was invented by Nino and Company in Italy, okay? They put thinly sliced apple and bacon with gorgonzola cheese, and I mean, it's one of the finest things I've tasted. It's not your traditional pie, but it's delicious. And Frankie, it looks like we may have a food fight developing here, because John Piscopo from local favorite Joe and Pat's, world famous pizzeria, is texting me that he's ready to go head to head with Nino.
That's right.
We've yet to hear from the Nino's folks, but if you want to get your pizza, if you're watching, and you want to get your pizza in the Pizza Olympics, come down here and be judged by us, the best of the best eaters you've ever seen. Just email me, shoot us a note, shoot us a direct message if you want to get your pizza in the Pizza Olympics. If we don't get El Presidente down here for the Pizza Olympics, I think he's going to be sorry he missed it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And you can also email me as well at morano@nycradio.com. But my favorite method of communication is good old-fashioned letters. And we got did you see this package that we got? You saw this?
I did.
I'm going to read this letter that we got from a gentleman named David Kimmel. This is addressed to you and me. Dear Tequila Twins, I wanted to send you fellows a first edition / first print of my new book, The Constitutionalist Papers, a constitutional diatribe from an anti-federalist perspective. I'm sending you this book for two reasons. First, because you gentlemen have the only show on any cable news format that does not make me want to vomit in my mouth. Secondly, after hearing John's statement a few weeks ago, how there has to be something in the Bill of Rights preventing felons from voting, I realize John needs this book as much as anyone. This book brings you the real, genuine constitutional facts while debunking the popular fallacies cited by those on the left and the right. And he goes on and does a commercial for the book. And then he says, please enjoy the deeply substantive and authentic read and keep up the entertainment with all the problems our country has on its plate. We need all the humor we can get. Now, this looks like a terrific book. And trust me, David, thank you for this, first of all. John needs all the help that he can get in terms of understanding the Constitution.
True. And speaking about problems on my plate,
yes,
it's going to be a problem because Nino's been here for 10 minutes, and I got a problem on my plate. I'm down 3 slices.
That's right. Me too.
That's
Same
a problem.
Here. Same here.
But yeah, hey, we love the viewer feedback.
So email me, David. We'll get you on the show. When
yeah,
this
let's
book's
get
out.
him on. I'm gonna not read his book, and then you'll give me all the crib notes to talk to him about when he gets here. But Frankie, I've been getting a lot of viewer feedback. Most of it like, hey, I just came across Newsmax. I saw your show, and it's great. Wow, I love it. It's different. It's a good respite in the middle of the day from the constant murmur of noise from the left and right. People just keep telling me that it's refreshing.
All right, well, speaking of noise, somebody that doesn't like noise, unless it's apparently coming from him, is President Donald Trump, who, this is what happened yesterday when CNN's Jake Tapper was making a little too much noise for the president's liking. Have a look.
You were on the phone with Giuliani, and he said,
I don't believe I've ever spoken to him. I meet thousands of people. I meet thousands and thousands of people as president. I take thousands of pictures, and I do it openly, and I do it gladly. And then if I have a picture where I'm standing with somebody at a fundraiser, like I believe I saw a picture with this man, but I don't know him. I had never had a conversation that I remember with him.
So when you
certainly, let me just tell you, you just have to take a look at the polls. Quiet. You just have to take a look at the pictures.
Quiet. Quiet.
Quiet is not something Jake Tapper is capable of.
I'm not good at that either.
That's true.
But, the guy wasn't rude. I mean, it's the president of the United States.
Exactly.
He's speaking. He's giving a thoughtful answer. Hey, I take thousands of pictures. I speak to thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. You think I remember every single person I posed for a picture with?
Yeah.
It's kind of bizarre, and Jake Tapper should get a life.
All right, well,
he's the president. Let's keep that in mind.
Joe Biden who is still, in spite of what folks like Walker say, still the leading Democrat for president nationally. He spoke to the New York Times editorial board. Listen to this question, John, that they posed to him, and listen to the vice president's response. Question: would you be in favor of a law banning the children of sitting presidents and vice presidents from serving on foreign companies' boards? Biden's response: the answer is, I hadn't thought of it that way, but I don't think I would be opposed to it. The one thing I will do as president is make sure no one in my family, while I'm president of the United States, has any involvement with any foreign government at all. And my question for Joe Biden is twofold. One is, how is it possible that you hadn't thought of that question prior to today? And two is, don't you think that would have been a wise policy as
When you were
vice president?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could have saved us all a whole lot of trouble if you would have had this same policy back then. But now I guess that Hunter Biden has made millions of dollars dealing with countries like Ukraine and China. Now maybe it's okay to close the floodgates.
And by the way, more to be revealed on this story, because somehow or another, from the time Joe Biden left the White House till now, apparently his net worth is up about $16 million. So I'd like to know where that 16 million came from. I mean, was the 83,000 a month that his son was getting just a little piece of the deal, and then when he retired, when he was out of the vice presidency, voila, a big lump of money showed up? I don't know how that happened, but we'll keep you posted on that. But yeah, you would think when you're vice president, you'd say to your son, you know, I'm running policy there in Ukraine. Let's not go to work for one of the oligarchs and most corrupt companies in the world. But I guess, you know, there was some economic incentive for him and the family. And now he says he thinks he might support it. Is that right?
Yes. His exact words were, I don't think I would be opposed to it. All right. And then finally, John, Senator Martha McSally was being questioned by a CNN reporter yesterday when she responded by calling this reporter a liberal hack. And then she appeared on Laura Ingraham's show on the Fox News channel. She was asked a similar question, and this was her response.
Doing right now, it's not about President Trump. It's not about the Constitution. It's not about a fair trial.
So why do you need witnesses?
He just wants power.
What about Manu Raj's question? Do you want witnesses?
Sure. I want a fair trial.
Okay, you're not going to answer. I'm going to play the game with you. No. You can call me a conservative hack, but do you want witnesses, yes or no? Why aren't you telling us?
Because we're going to vote on Tuesday to start the trial and let them present the.
But how are you going to vote on the motion for witnesses?
We're going to get to that. I mean, I'm not going to tell everybody what all my votes are going to be, but obviously my point.
Pretty easy question, don't you think, Senator?
I think we're going to proceed forward at that point, and I really.
But you're not going to vote with Romney and the others, are you? You're going to vote.
We'll proceed to a final vote.
There's a real profile in courage, refusing to even answer the question about whether or not she wants witnesses. You know, John, sometimes you can see a person respond to a question and you can understand why they were never elected. And that was exactly the case with Senator McSally.
Yeah.
She ran for Senate and lost.
Yeah, she better get on the Trump train, because if she wants to jump in league with Mitt Romney, I think, you know, she's going to have a very short-lived appointment to the U.S. Senate, if you ask me, because Trump will probably primary her. But who knows? We'll keep you posted on that. All the action and fun gets started on Tuesday when they open the trial and vote, or at least vote to open the trial. We'll keep you posted on all that. We'll keep you posted on everything that's happening in the news and world and markets right after this when we come back to wrap up hour 2 of Liquid Lunch.